To me, Mario is an inspiration. He goes and tackles every challenge that comes his way, and then he ends up getting his dream girl and his dream life. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can be just like Mario and get your dream life, and it all starts with setting your goals. Hey everyone, welcome back to Live Lucid. I'm Pierre, and I'm here to offer you guys clarity for life's journey. So, how do you define goals? Well, essentially, it's a desired outcome. And we all know that if you have a desired outcome, you have to first have a plan of action. And that first step of that plan is stating your goals. So I like to start with long-term goals and then break them down into smaller, more manageable steps. So when I say long-term goals, I'm talking about your dream life. Way too often I see people shooting way too low just because they undervalue what they believe they're capable of achieving. So a lot of people will say, oh, I want to double my salary in 5 years or lose my beer belly, by next year. And those goals are great to have, but are those really the best that you can dream up? Instead, I want them to say, I want to create generational wealth for me, my family, my friends, for the rest of our lives. Or I want to be the most shredded guy in every single room I walk into. And I want people to list their true dreams because we have to get rid of this mindset that we got to settle for mediocrity or good or even great. We should settle for nothing less than everything that we want. So I'm sure you've played Super Mario Brothers, right? Of course you have. We all have. When you played, did you just walk along the bottom of the line very slowly? And if you saw a box that was maybe higher up, with the big question mark on it, did you go for it or did you avoid it because there was maybe a couple Goombas up there and you didn't want to risk getting killed? So you just continued on your path slowly and safely until you got to the end and you completed the level and that was it. No, of course not. You ran through it like a bat out of hell, just like the rest of us, going for every single coin, every single superstar, every mushroom or one-up that you could get. No matter how many Goombas or Koopa Troopas were in the way, you just went for it. So why don't we do that with life? Well, I'll tell you why. It's because we've all been programmed to play it safe and avoid any risk at all costs. Sadly, most of us do end up playing it safe our entire lives. We go to college, then we get a secure job that allows us to comfortably live. And then after 60 years of that, we're finally able to retire. And then by the time we do retire, we're too old to go back and accomplish all those dreams that we had those last 70 years of our lives. And then we live out the remaining years and then we die. All that just to die anyways. It sounds boring. Now, don't get me wrong, having security is great. And if that's your main goal and that's what you strive for, fantastic. But if you have dreams and ambitions and passions that you want to follow through on in your life and you're scared to take that first step, well, you're in the right spot.
Don't let your dreams be dreams.
Going back to the Mario analogy,
Woohoo!
We should treat life just like a video game because that's what it is. It's a game. Sure, if you see that gold box up there with the big question mark and there's a couple Koopa Troopas and you go for it and they get you, that's going to happen. You're going to stumble in life. But guess what? You just start over. You just try again. You try again and again and again until you learn how to get past those Koopa Troopas, how to overcome those hurdles that stand in your way from accomplishing your dreams or getting that gold power-up star. So setting and achieving goals is a long process, and I want you to start with that dream life that we were talking about. Write it down, go online, get pictures of houses, of the exact body that you want, of the cars that you want, whatever it is. Take pictures, put together a little board, a dream board, and we're going to use that board to keep you on track the whole way. But then once we have those big dream life ambitions, we're going to break those down into smaller goals. And then from those goals, we're going to break those down into daily activities, daily steps that you can accomplish and work towards every single day until you reach your goal. Now, when it comes to breaking those goals down, we're going to use SMART goals. Now, I think SMART goals is one of the best ways to break down your goals into small, achievable steps. But if you haven't heard of SMART goals, let's break it down real quick. So SMART goals is an acronym. S stands for specific, and it means just that. It needs to be super clear as to what your goal is. M stands for measurable, because if you can't measure your goals, it's going to be tough to track your progress. A stands for achievable, so your goal should be challenging, but not impossible. R stands for relevant or realistic, so make sure that you're setting goals that will propel you to the life that you desire. And T stands for time bound, because every goal needs a deadline to give you that sense of urgency and to keep you on track. Now let's talk about breaking your long-term dream life goals into smaller steps. Maybe you want to start a business or lose 100 pounds. So the next step, those are both pretty big goals. So let's break those goals into smaller goals. So if you're going to lose 100 pounds, let's start by losing 10 pounds. And then we got to give it a deadline. So let's say 6 weeks. And then after you have that goal and the deadline, you have to ask yourself, how am I going to lose these 10 pounds? So naturally, you're probably going to have to go to the gym, I would say 5 days a week. And let's just say you're going to cut out soda and alcohol to help you lose these 10 pounds. So I want you to physically make a calendar. You can draw it out with pen and paper, or you can make it on Excel. I don't care how you make it. Just make a calendar of the next 6 weeks, next 42 days, and each line item is going to have its own goal. So go to the gym 5 days a week, no soda and no alcohol. Now I want you to keep this calendar somewhere where you're going to see it at least 4 or 5 times a day. Put it in the kitchen, on the fridge, where you walk by it over and over and over. I want it to keep you accountable. And with the red-green system, what you're going to do is if you accomplish that goal for that day, you're going to give yourself a nice green check mark. If you didn't do it, you're going to give yourself a big, daunting red X. Now, don't get discouraged if you get the red X. Just tell yourself that I'm going to be better tomorrow. I'm going to achieve this goal no matter what. I can tell you from experience, when you give yourself that red X, it's not a fun feeling. So, the next day you're going to be more motivated to make sure that you get that green check mark. And something that's really important is telling your loved ones, your coworkers, friends, family, what your goals are.
Hey bro, Ship, you got a minute?
So that they can help keep you on track. So having a support system is massively important, including this channel here. So comment down below what your goals are that you plan to achieve and how you're going to achieve them. And also support others who are on that same journey as you to get their dream life. I hope you guys find value in this video. I want you all to achieve your goals. So hit that subscribe button. Thanks for tuning in. See you on the next video.